This is the fourth Sunday of Happy Easter time. And we have had in the last 3 Sundays of Easter, Jesus going around, comforting his people, collecting his friends. The Gospels for the next weeks, leading up to the Ascension and Pentecost, are from John's Gospel. Let me just say a word about John's Gospel. It's a Gospel different from the Synoptics, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. It's written in years later, and the community has been formed. It would meet in people's homes, domestic churches, if you will. And the Gospel of John is how do you get into the community? What do you do as members of the community? How do you stay there? How do you stay in the relationship with Jesus? And as you know, at the end of chapter 6, they said many have left, and many were leaving John's community, going back to their Jewish roots, their Jewish temple worship. And Peter says for the early church, you have the words of everlasting life. We're staying with you. So this is the community that John is talking about in our gospel. It's not a real clear picture. There's nothing going on. Jesus is saying, in the community, those in the community, they have heard my voice. I am like the shepherd. This is not Good Shepherd Sunday. But he's saying, I am the shepherd, and my Father has sent me to them. And so there might be a lot of words about sheep and shepherds. And that's not what I'm interested in. Listen to what Jesus is saying. No one can take them, meaning the sheep, no one can take them out of my hands. My Father, who has given them to me, is greater than all, and no one can take them out of the Father's hands. So there's hands, and there's giving, and there's taking. That's very important in Johannine theology and in our theology of the Eucharist. So let's talk about that a little bit. In John 17 later, he will say the same thing in a way. Yours, he's talking to the Father, yours they were, and you have given them to me, and I have given them to the world. So there's this giving and taking. That's a huge Johannine thought. The giving and taking, that we are gifts from the Father to the Son. And Jesus says, I am like a shepherd. I speak to them, and they hear. Now, what's the difference between taking and receiving? You say, well, it's just words. They all mean the same thing. No. To me, they're very different. To take is to grab. And to take or get or grab is about me. They're mine. It's mine. She's mine. He's mine. It's mine. It's the grabbing that is the taking that is self-centered. What's the difference between grabbing and receiving? It means the receiver has been given to. There's being a given, and that's what Jesus is saying. The Father has given them to me, and they're mine. But the one who receives not so that they are, it's about me, like grabbing and taking. That's about me. What I see in Jesus is, I have received them, and I give them away. I receive them as a gift from you, and no one can take them for themselves, but they receive them. I receive them, they receive from me, that you gave them to me. I give them, and they received it, they've heard my voice, and they follow me. So that's the beginning of the Johannine Eucharistic community and our Eucharistic community, that the Father has given Jesus to us in the Eucharist, in the sacrament of the Word, the liturgy of the Word, and then he gives us away. That's the Eucharist, that we receive it. We don't grab it, but we receive it, and then we are not our own. We are not just our selfish selves, but we are given as a gift. Imagine that Jesus receives us as a gift from the Father, and he gives us back to the Father. Now, one more thing about gifts. Excuse me. Just a simple thing, that when you give a gift to someone, you are saying something about yourself. You are revealing yourself, your affection, your knowledge about the person or persons to whom you are giving a gift or gifts. So there's revelation going on as giver. Second, the giver is also saying something about the receiver. And to receive the gift is to receive both revelations, the revelation of what the giver is saying about the giver and what the giver is saying about the receiver. We do that in the Eucharist. We let Jesus come to us as a gift from the Father, who is saying something about God. I am the shepherd, I am the caretaker, I am the giver. And you are the gift I'm giving. He says to Jesus, you are the gift I'm giving. And Jesus has received that and asks us to receive, what is the Father saying about you? And can you receive the goodness of God about you? What is the Father saying about you? We can say very nasty things about ourselves, and maybe I've said this before, but somebody told me the saying in AA, I'm not much, but I'm all I think about. Is it all you think about, or can you receive what God is saying about you in saying, I am sending my Son to you? That's a gift. Can you receive the gift, and can you receive the gift of yourself about what is the gift saying about you? Very important. Because a third thing is also said. The receiver or the giver is saying something about the giver, something about the receiver, and something about the union between the two. Let's do something together. To receive a gift from God makes that gift not yours, but ours, the community. And that's what John is saying in all of John's gospel. We'll hear it in a couple of weeks. A new commandment, a new law, a new way of living your identity. So, Jesus is saying in today's gospel, nobody can take you. You are asked to receive who you are. You are a gift from the Father to the Son, and through the Son, you are a gift to yourself. But the gift to yourself makes you not your own anymore. It's not selfish. It's distributive. It's community. To the degree to which you can say thank you, you are saying here, If you do not believe that you are a gift from the hand of the Father, in a way, only you can take yourself out of the hand of the Father. So that's the challenge of Easter. That's the challenge of our faith. What is God saying about us as receivers? To receive that, and then to receive that there is a union we call mission, distribution, generosity. That anything I have is not mine. In a way, it's a gift from God. As we say, a gift is not really received until it is distributed, it is shared. A gift is not a gift until it is received in preparation to be given away. So that's the Eucharist, that's the happy Easter of the fourth week. That he is the shepherd, we have heard his voice, we have heard that we are in the hands of God, given to Jesus. He has received them, he has received us, and we have received him, and so we have received truly our Easter selves.